Good evening again. Day 2 of Awards Week, or Awards 2 weeks, I guess you would have to say, Lucas. We had our forwards from the USP3 Elite and 18U yesterday. Today, it's time for the Premier 16U and 16U Futures. Let's not make them wait any longer, Lucas. I can't wait, can you?
No, definitely not.
Cannot wait. Let's get right to it. 16U Futures. Lucas.
Yes?
Sedlasek. That's who wins it for the NJ Rockets. It's Mr. Lucas. He's a year 2001, Lucas. How old does that make you feel?
Pretty old, Dan. I'm not gonna lie.
Incredibly old, how I feel. Thanks for that, Lucas. But incredible season from him. Tell me about his season.
With 20 goals, 11 assists, a 31-point season for the New Jersey Rockets. Like I said, this is a guy who's up and coming. You're going to be seeing his name quite a bit as we move through the years. He stays with the USPHL. You know, from the play that we've seen of him on the ice, I think we can reasonably expect some great things from him.
I'll tell you what, Lucas was no pal of the Pal Junior Islanders this year. He had a 4-goal game, a hat trick, and another hat trick. He put up 11 goals against these young men this year, and they're happy that they don't have to see him anymore for at least another calendar year. Great season by Lucas. Congratulations to the NJ Rockets for their first award of the hardware season. Moving on, 16U. Lucas, what's my favorite drink?
It's coffee.
It's coffee. And you know who's coffee? Coming up hot, percolating goals. That's Tyler Coffee of the Jersey Hitmen, and add another trophy to the list of trophies, to the giant hardware craft making, trophy printing Jersey Hitmen franchise. The 16U Tyler Coffee takes home the hardware as forward of the year. Congratulations, Tyler.
You know, 37 and 23, 37 goals, 23 assists. That's 60 points. He's a Jersey boy. He's from Hamilton, New Jersey. We always love to see that Jersey pride showing through. You know, the Hitmen have had such a great year, and he has been at the forefront of that. Putting goals in the back of the net, finding open teammates, clearing shooting lanes, giving up his body. This is a guy who, if you haven't been watching him all season, Dan, you've been missing out.
You have been missing out. You want to talk about a guy who you've been missing out if you have not watched him play? Let's go to the Premier Forward of the Year. And this is a guy who Lucas has called me out for talking about him more than anybody in the league. My wife said, stop talking about this guy. And no, he's good, but that's all you talk about. But you know what? I get to talk about him one more time because he is taking home Forward of the Year, and that is a Founders Cup champ, a Dineen Cup champ, a guy who I called having a hat trick in the Dineen Cup clinching game against the Boston Junior Bruins. How do you do? Parlez-vous, Austin Lemieux. And Austin Lemieux takes home the Big Time Award Forward of the Year at the Premier level. The Arizona State commit taking home the hardware, Lucas.
You know, he had 20 goals, but he had 54 assists, and a 74-point season. Nothing to shake a stick at. But I'm looking at those 54 assists, and I am seeing a generous player. He is a guy who knows how to share the puck, and that is so important to have on any team. Any team would be lucky to have a guy as unselfish with the puck as Austin Lemieux, and I think that's why he's been included on this list.
This guy led the league in assists, tied for the league lead in power play assists, second in the league in game-winning goals behind his teammate Lucas Michaud, 6 power play goals, 17 power play assists, hat trick in the Dineen Cup Finals. What else can he add to the resume? Also, the play of the All-Star Weekend, the best goal, an incredible da-na-na type of score, SportsCenter style. Austin Lemieux, Forward of the Year, early frontrunner for Player of the Year, but we'll see if someone else can take the title at the Premier level. Let's go, Lucas. Final award of the show, 16U Coach of the Year, and it's going to be a dual award here again for the Jersey Hitmen. 16U Futures and 16U, that lower level of the Jersey Hitmen, where they're growing the future of the franchise. Looking good. It is Bill Thompson and Brack Healy. Congratulations to the coaching staff of the Jersey Hitmen 16U. Just how good of a season they put together.
Well, they were 21-6 this year, Dan, but I want to draw your attention to a stat which I really like to always draw attention to, and that's the penalty kill and the power play goals. 85.7% on the penalty kill and 22.8% success on the power play. There's nothing more important in hockey than making the most of your opportunities, and these coaches have instilled the proper procedure in their players for making the most of all of their odd man chances and killing all the teammates' chances when they're forced to put a player in the box.
Even more important in goals, even more important in scoring at the 16U level, player development, and that's just what the Hitmen organization does. Cradle to college, that's their goal. It's what Jim Hunt and Toby Harris at the top always preach. and that's what they're doing. Congratulations again to the Hitmen. Congratulations, Tyler Coffey from the Jersey Hitmen 16U, Forward of the Year. Austin Lemieux, how do you do? Premier Forward of the Year. And 16U Futures Forward of the Year, Lucas Sedlicek of the NJ Rockets. Congratulations, gentlemen. On to the next show, Defenseman of the Year for the USP3 Elite and 18U.